racist against rappers, they all look the same to him. They used to beg him not to egg him on Halloween. He told him holler back with the suede Pumas, dollar green. Nah, I mean, heat it up till the temperature tarball. Y'all just gawk like gargoyle.
Alright. That's my dog on my bed. It's not a secret that a lot of YouTubers are just not good people. I can't tell you how many YouTubers that I loved growing up that turned out to be weirdos, pedos, freaks, abhorrent members of society. I can't. It's crazy. I don't ever idolize anybody or anything. And when I was growing up watching YouTube, I was watching mostly gaming YouTubers. So like a lot of the like regular OG YouTubers I never watched. Like I never seen Jenna Marbles, and I never watched like I didn't watch that much Smosh, believe it or not. Today I got a video by Pexto, the slow, painful, and arrogant decline of OG YouTubers.
From popular MMOs ending up in jail to Kev Jumba becoming...
That's insane. That's genuinely insane, bro. Popular MMOs, I used to watch him all the time, bro.
From popular MMOs ending...
That's so sad, bro.
Up in jail to Kev Jumba becoming a monk. Here are the 9 biggest OG creators who fell off the YouTube front.
I don't know who Kev Jumba is.
Page. Starting with popular MMOs, whose downfall from Minecraft YouTuber to wanted criminal would begin with a heartbreaking announcement.
Basically, a few months ago, we decided to break up.
But before the breakup...
And that was like such a huge shock, bro, because they were like the YouTube couple, like to me, bro. Like, this is what made me stop like caring about like paying attention to YouTuber relationships and stuff, because I was like, dang, what?
Popular MMOs would earn an audience of over 17 million subscribers with his entertaining content.
The nuclear death ray's gotta be dangerous. What do you do?
Many of these videos even featured his wife.
They were at, yo, it didn't feel the same without her, bro.
Gaming with Jen, making the couple a fan favorite. But in December 2018, almost 3 years after the two first got married, tragedy struck.
We decided to break up.
Yes.
And it's been something that we've been thinking about probably for a year, maybe longer.
But Jen kept appearing on the channel alongside her ex-husband and his girlfriend, Eleni.
That was insane. I don't know. I don't understand how that occurred, bro. That's wild work.
I am with Jen and I am with Eleni.
Hey guys!
So it seemed like things were still good. On April 12th, 2022, however, Pat stopped posting altogether, and his final video was a red flag that fans wouldn't catch until it was too late. As a result, Pat and his friends would be arrested for trying to run onto the field during an NFL game, with Pat being sentenced to 2 days in jail to the shock of his audience.
Jesus, dude.
While fans were desperate for an explanation, Pat didn't reveal his side of the story until more than a year later.
It's about me going to jail. It's such a good story, but everything online about it where everyone talks about me, they were like, you're such a horrible person. So like, I hadn't talked to Ethan, and you guys have seen Ethan on the channel before. I hadn't talked to him in like 2 months. All of a sudden I get a phone call, and he's like, Pat, what do you think about jumping on the field of the football game tomorrow? I was like, I'm not sure. He's like, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, of course I'll go with you. So I stayed and I recorded the entire thing.
Worse, this was only the beginning of the end for popular MMOs, as barely 6...
Because once that relationship drama started, bro, that was raps. Like him getting arrested, okay, that was kind of like a crazy thing that happened. When it started getting like domestic violence, that's when I was like, yeah, nah, get this nigga out, get this nigga away from the camera.
6 months later, Pat was arrested again, this time for
look at him
possessing marijuana.
Oh, that ain't no big deal.
And resisting arrest with violence. The YouTuber pled guilty on November 20th, 2024, and was sentenced to 12 months probation. Now, in contrast, Japanese vlogger Miss Tana,
he didn't even go into depth about the domestic violence stuff. He like, it was a whole mess. Like his girlfriend Eleni was like saying crazy things about him, and like their cops were getting called to their house constantly. It was crazy, bro. And the most recent time was, like he said, when he was drugged out of his mind. It's ridiculous, bro. Like, y'all gotta look into it. It's like a crazy spiral.
Minx would raise red flags after suddenly abandoning her audience despite being loved by all her fans. First earning views with her educational yet fun videos on Japanese culture and language.
So today I'm going to teach you the Terraform song.
Hannah's fans loved her, but
I don't know who this is.
despite her popularity, 4 years later, Hannah suddenly stopped uploading. There was no official announcement of her quitting YouTube, leaving some
Why is she opening? I ain't gonna lie. Why is she staring into the camera
later,
like that?
Hannah suddenly stopped uploading. There was no official announcement of her quitting
Why is she opening her eyes that way? That must be for a bit.
YouTube, leaving some fans to speculate she had been kidnapped or worse. A year later, however, Japanese-based YouTuber Gimme a Break Man gave fans a much-needed update.
Hannah Minx got married. Like, she's a grown woman. Obviously, she doesn't want to make videos anymore. That's fine.
That's completely fair.
So good for her, anyway. Most importantly, she's happy.
While some were relieved to hear this, others questioned his sources. In response, Gimme a Break Man claimed he had gotten the information from Jenna's Facebook. Interestingly, her official IMDb page claimed she had been married with a kid to someone named Steve Fox Osterhagen since
Damn, why'd you give us a full government for?
May 13th, 2014. But that didn't explain why she stopped posting. 7 years after she first disappeared, Hannah's Twitter and Facebook accounts would post a mysterious update. One day, Miss Hannah Minx escaped from an anime cartoon and started teaching Japanese on YouTube, which was immediately flooded with questions and requests. But Hannah did not respond to any of them, and it is unknown if the update was even posted by Hannah herself. Worse, a year later, all the videos on Miss Hannah Minx's main channel, as well as her second channel, Bonus Minx, were made private, deepening the mystery of her disappearance.
Is it really a mystery, or is it like she's doing something else with her life and she doesn't want to be attached or associated to that image?
Unlike Hannah, however, Prank vs. Prank's downfall from millions of views
Yeah, I still don't even understand what fully happened, bro. Look at the way she's looking at him, bro. Yeah, nah, it's raps. I can already tell they broke up.
per video to a couple of 100,000 would be their own choice.
This is probably going to be the hardest video that we've ever had to make.
Featuring the couple Jesse and Jenna, Prank vs. Prank would popularize the couples pranking each other trope on YouTube.
Oh my god, Jesse! It's getting worse!
With tens of millions of views on every video, they even made it to USA Today's list of top 10 prank channels. But while fans loved them, being in the public eye came with its consequences.
It's
I never really watched them, but I knew who they were.
difficult to be in the public eye and have everybody with an opinion. Everybody judges us and our relationship.
On top of that, the stress of daily vlogging was getting to the couple.
When it gets to a point where it starts to feel like a job and you're not doing things because you love the person, you're doing them for a vlog, that puts a huge burden on the relationship.
I never really understood like watching daily vlogs and stuff. Like I just don't like, bro, okay, congratulations, your life is so interesting. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I've never been interested in that kind of stuff.
Gina and I have been having a lot of issues in our relationship and it's been hard. Gina and I are going to take a break from vlogging. We're going to take a break from each other.
Before ending the
And that's the worst thing you could have done with your YouTube channel that was based around you and your girlfriend messing around with each other. No Diddy. Not in that way.
video, the former couple then made one last request of their audience.
Don't be mad at Gina. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at either of us. This is just something we need to do to like get our brains straight.
And with that, Prank vs. Prank was no more. Since then, Jen has taken over the couple's second channel, BF vs. GF, while Jesse has taken over Prank vs. Prank, where he only gets less than a tenth of the views they used to. Much
I didn't even know they were still posting, to be honest. What? Hold on, what? I had no idea they were still posting. Wait a minute. No idea she was still posting. Of course, the video where she's with the dude again is gets a bunch of views. That's interesting. Wow, look at that. How many times are you gonna say we are back? That's crazy. They know that they need to be together to to get views, bro, and they're just clickbaiting titles. Okay, yeah. How many more we're back videos can you make, buddy?
like Venturian Tail, whose popularity would fall
I recently heard about this. This is like a weird situation. It was like a super religiously strict family, and they were all trying to break free from that family, and there's like a couple of them that still are like they don't want to leave the family or something. Just listen to
drastically
this.
after he was exposed by his own family. On January 16th, 2013, Jordan Fry would start his gaming channel, Venturian Tale, with his 3 siblings. His family-oriented videos grew his channel to almost 3 million subscribers, but over time, his siblings stopped appearing in his videos.
I never really watched this dude. I always thought he was kind of weird.
Thing is that we all live apart now. We've all grown up, we've all moved out, we all have our own houses and our own lives and our own jobs and things
Do you like Superman?
to take our time, so we don't really film together anymore.
But while Jordan's explanation made them sound like a loving if somewhat distant family, on June 20th, 2021, his sister Bethany revealed a darker side of the story.
I was raised in a Christian family, and not just a Christian family, but like non-denominational. They wouldn't even go to like other churches. I wasn't allowed to even make friends.
I told you, it was a crazy situation, bro. It's like low-key sounding like a cult.
Like I was homeschooled, and the only friends I was allowed to have were my siblings. And I hated being a girl because we would every single day, we'd have to do all these chores inside, but my brothers did nothing. I just felt so belittled for just being a woman, and I hate that feeling. And I just felt unsure about everything. And I felt like I had to get married to escape.
However, once Bethany moved out, her family only got worse.
After that day, when I asked them that and told them I was questioning or I had like beliefs different from them, they just stopped talking to me. I've told them I respect their beliefs and I just wish they could respect mine and we could just be friends. But they told me they could never respect my beliefs.
With that
shit is crazy.
Many of Jordan's old fans stopped supporting him. Every time I learn more about Venturian Tale, a little more of my childhood dies inside. And as his channel's views dropped and viewers demanded explanations, Jordan turned off all comments and stopped posting altogether. Still, it ended better than it did for Lieutenant Corbus, who you...
Oh, hell no, bro. Look, this little shrimp, oh my god, bro. She became popular. She was a commentary channel, blew up when she was like 9 years old or something, like 9, 10, 11 years old, some stupid young age. Immediately turned into a Nazi, like a genuine Nazi. Like she's over here posting about Hitler's birthday and stuff. Like it was ridiculous, man.
Forced off the platform after she kept causing controversy. Her journey to getting banned began in 2016.
This is why you gotta keep kids off the internet, because it was a novel at the time having like such a little girl make, because she was doing the whole iDubbbz thing, the randomly burping into the mic, saying cuss words, all types of things, bro. Little kid. Just for, man, look, the internet of the past is a ridiculous thing. This would never fly nowadays, bro. We would have been told her to get her little ass on somewhere, but it was such a novelty back then that's why it blew up so much.
When a then 11-year-old Lieutenant Corbus would gain almost 1 million subscribers for her edgy content.
Despite for learning institutions is exceeding the time I spend in them in increasingly disproportionate amounts.
Despite her controversial
11 years old saying all that, like, congratulations, gang. Like, what?
Content, however, Corbus was incredibly mature for her age.
I've got absolutely nothing planned. 50% of it is just I'm being a lazy c***. The other 50% is I don't have anything to talk about. When you're a YouTuber, you require another source of something interesting going on.
And some even considered her the future of YouTube.
Yeah, people were wilding out about it. It was such a weird little fad. And then it all changed. She blew up. She lost her mind. It was crazy, bro. It was like a case study to show why little kids do not need to be on the internet. Do not need to have unrestricted access to the internet, bro.
Until April 2019, when Russian YouTuber No Effers, aka Roman,
no fuckers, bro,
exposed the true depth of her hatred.
She's an actual alt-right Nazi radical that is spewing racist garbage and has a fan base of thousands of people that agree with every...
Most Muslim men are pedos and rapists. Don't ever forget.
Extremely racist.
I'm telling you, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. And everybody who was in the Discord server with her, bro, y'all are weird. Y'all are weird, bro. Like, I'm looking at both of these dudes. Y'all are weird as hell too, bro.
Statement that she makes.
This is a story on Instagram about it, by the way. It's pretty funny that she thinks that saying that all Muslims should die is exercising free speech.
The backlash was immediate, forcing Corbus to try and explain herself.
I was reading about all the incest and that sort of thing that goes on in the Middle East, and
it's just such an overwhelming like black pill that it with my head really bad. So this is the only way I knew that I could express my rage. You read about thousands of girls getting raped and nothing being done about it. That's when your shadow comes out and says, maybe I do want to commit genocide. Or at least...
That's why you gotta keep little kids off the internet, bro, because, oh my goodness gracious, man. Yeah. Every country on the planet could have a website dedicated to all of the bad things that country has done to make you radicalize against that country and its people. It's an easy thing that can happen. You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at things from such a bleak perspective. Like, of course, if you read about all the negative things that happen in the country, you're going to think that why does that country exist? Of course that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? When's the last? Good news hardly ever trends. Okay, don't nobody ever spread around good news, good things that happen. It's the bad stuff that's the interesting stuff. And whenever you make a compilation of all the bad things, it's going to make people read it, and then it's going to make stupid people like this 14-year-old girl just assume that's the only thing that ever happens in that country. Yeah, it might be an issue in that country, but who are we to talk? Like, what are we talking about? You're acting like America is squeaky clean or something. Like, come on, gang. Every country on this planet has its own issues to deal with, bro. Like, niggas gotta stop blackpilling themselves, reading all bunch of negative stuff, and just coming to crazy conclusions, bro. Like, what? Like, it's ridiculous. People will really just literally only educate themselves on the negative things about something and then think they understand that thing better than anybody else. Like, can you please just shut up? Like, what are we talking about?
You know, try to express that idea. It's not, I don't mean it.
Well, while Corbis claimed she wasn't racist,
I don't mean it. And then watch what she does next.
Or Islamophobic, just 3 months later, she crossed the line again in the worst way possible.
I've become a devout follower of the Prophet Muhammad. I get raped by my 40-year-old husband every so often, and I have to worship a black cube to indirectly please an ancient Canaanite god.
Well, thanks to this,
nobody would even do that to you, gang. Let's be real.
Just a day later, her YouTube channel was permanently taken down, marking the end of Lieutenant Corbis. Unlike God. Jenna Marbles.
And then she proceeded to keep going into crazier websites. She kept going with it. Like, she was getting removed off of other websites too, because she was just talking crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's a whole rabbit hole, bro. It's a rabbit hole, bro.
Who could have stayed at the top of YouTube's front page for
I know of her. I don't even know why she left.
Ever, but chose not to due to shocking reasons.
I think I'm just gonna move on from this channel for now.
Shortly after joining YouTube in 2010, Jenna's video, How to Trick People into Thinking You're Good Looking, would go viral, gaining over 5 million views in a single week.
If you're born really ugly like me, have no fear. There's steps you can take to be good looking, kind of.
The internet loved her humor, but over the years, as Jenna made jokes she wasn't proud of,
it's Nicki Minaj.
Got you.
Realizing her offensive actions, she decided to take complete accountability 9 years later.
Look, gang, as long as you wasn't moving like Shane Dawson, like, I felt like if you were edgy back in like the early 2010s, I don't care. It was a different time period, and obviously that stuff was acceptable back then. So clearly, like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people did it. They were young, they were stupid. YouTube was a new thing. They had no idea YouTube was going to become this big conglomerate. It was going to have billions of eyes on it every day. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever thought about that. A lot of these people didn't realize that they could make money doing YouTube when they were making those crazy ass jokes. I don't care if people were edgy back in the day, gang. Like, if you're still saying edgy things to this day, first of all, you're corny, because edgy humor is like a rare occurrence, bro. It should be a rare occurrence. You have to say something like, I don't know, bro. Y'all just had to be back there. Y'all just had to be there, man. Niggas used to just say anything. Like, literally, people would literally just say, knock, knock, who's there? 9/11. And then they would die at that. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what passes a joke back then.
I did blackface as Nicki Minaj in 2011. It was not my intention to do blackface, but it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that people were offended and it hurt them, And for that, I am so unbelievably sorry.
It is kind of crazy to have to admit that you did do blackface back then, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, different time period.
The YouTube legend also apologized for her racist song from 2016.
Hey, ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs. It's
Ching chong ding dong, sink your...
Legend also...
Still looking for a new job?
Just found out my dad's sister's husband is golfing buddies with the CEO of a great company.
Apologized for her racist song from 2016.
Hey, ching chong wing wong, shake your King Kong ding dong. Sorry, that was racist. I'm bad at rap songs.
It's a cringy, racist rap bar. Should that really end your entire career? Nah. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Do y'all really care, or were y'all just looking for another creator to pack up and get up out of here? Like, let's just be honest.
Awful. It doesn't need to exist. It's inexcusable. It's not okay. I'm incredibly sorry.
But while fans praised her for her show of accountability, that wasn't what Jenna was looking for.
I think I'm just gonna move on from this channel for now. I don't know if that's forever. I don't know how long it's gonna be. I want to make sure that the things that I put into the world are not hurting anyone.
And while many fans still wait her return, it doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, I would stay away too, because like, you know, because at that point, there's always going to be a group of people who are going to throw that back in your face, and if you're not the type that can handle that, you might as well stay away. Like, she was smart.
Contrast, Lily Singh's downfall from highest earning YouTuber to nearly leaving the platform.
Highest earning?
Shows what happens when you milk your fame past its expiry date. This is literally the worst thing I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, she had got a talk show. Yeah, and people said it was trash. Yeah, sometimes, bro, the difference between being a YouTuber and being a streamer and being a TV host are extreme peaks. You know what I'm saying?
Gave her this show. Before this, Lily Singh was actually famous for her comedy skits.
That's what they're saying on news. You're gonna get coronavirus to test message now. Huh? Lily, I want you to stop doing YouTube, okay? So many dirty people with germs leaving comments. Yeah, okay, that's not a thing.
Lily would reach the peak of her YouTube.
Yeah, they should have known that was not going to work out. Look, I don't think I've ever watched a single Lily Singh video, and I'm pretty cool.
To popularity in 2017 with the People's Choice Award, which led to another historical achievement just 2 years later.
Your girl is getting her own NBC late night show. It's called A Little Late with Lily Singh.
But while her fans were initially excited, the whole thing turned out to be a massive disappointment.
Cause like, dude, like, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? First of all, like, this is just, like, logically it didn't work out. Did you really think that you were going to get a bunch of kids from YouTube to actually tune into it, to go walk over to a TV and sit there through all them commercial breaks and watch a show? You're crazy. What? Ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody got time for that. And then secondly, bro, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You can just tell, you can just look at Lily, like, Lily Singh got the same kind of humor as Amy Schumer, bro. Like, it's one of them things where it's like, gang, just pack it up.
Humor felt forced.
As a woman, I'm especially stoked to join this group of people.
And it wasn't long before she got herself into hot water with her own people.
And my guest had said something along the lines of, Lily, you came over and my kids were so embarrassed because they had their hair wrapped in towels and like turby twists, and I, without thinking, said, oh, don't worry, it's like, it reminds me of my Punjabi friends.
Comparing a turban Sikh with that towel twist is so big disrespect. Turban is not just a mere cloth or towel. They're also—
Why did he change the AI voice to an Indian voice? That's crazy. That's insane, gang. That's insane.
So plenty of other reasons people didn't like her show.
Why are you so loud on the show?
And while Lily did address some of these criticisms—
To be fair, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna make a statement. To be fair to Lily Singh, there is a lot of late night talk show hosts that are just not that funny. Trevor Noah, that is not a funny dude. I don't care what nobody says, bro.
Why am I so loud on the show? It's because my budget is small, my studio is small, we don't have a built-in sound system. I constantly have to feel like I'm yelling in order to hear myself.
She maintained that despite its...
You don't have... Look, the issue is that you don't have to try to explain it. You just have to accept that people are just not liking it. Like, sometimes you just don't got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're a successful YouTuber. You tried to be a late night talk show host and it was ass. You just got to accept it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to explain to people why you're not actually as ass as they think is not going to work. It's never worked. Nobody's ever successfully done that. And like I said, late night talk show hosts are not even really that funny. They'd be paying the audience to laugh. They got canned laughter that plays in. Yo. Let me stop.
For audience rating, her show was actually a success.
Statistically, from NBC, my show way outperformed whatever was in that time slot before. It has been a success for them.
Nevertheless, as the show got renewed, many hoped she would take criticism seriously and improve. But that didn't happen, because in the end, the show was unexpectedly canceled. Unfortunately, even that wasn't enough to make Lily understand her flaws.
In 2019, I made history with my late night show, A Little Late with Lily Singh. There I was, Lily, the baby born a brown girl, rubbing elbows, or at least time slots, with comedy royalty. A lot of my male mentors make
comedy royalty is insane. Relax.
Comments and posts about box office numbers and salaries and titles and those dollar bills. So I thought, I'd chime in here. I learned very quickly that whenever I spoke of money, people got a little uncomfortable. But the message was clear. You can be on this list, but don't try to start any conversations about the inequality on this list.
But viewers weren't about to let her get away with playing victim. This is the most insane tour de force of narcissism that I have ever seen.
Tour de force?
Since then, Lily has returned to YouTube.
I don't see myself doing sketches again. I don't see myself dressing up as my parents. I have grown and evolved since then, and I want to do different things. The last time we went to India, I sat down with some very cool people and had meaningful conversations about topics that my charity deals with, gender, shame. I'm gonna post them to my YouTube channel because I think you would like them.
But despite this comeback, she now only gets a couple of 100,000 views compared to the millions she used to. Much like
it wasn't gonna be a view for me either way, so it don't make no difference to me.
Jack's Gap, whose YouTube decline would become inevitable once his brother had to move on.
One day I remember he came into my room and he said, I've made a decision.
Originally launched by a teenage Jack Harries in July 2011, Jack's Gap would blow up after his twin brother Finn joined the channel.
Hello. Finn, you...
Never heard of these guys.
YouTube, Finn, nice to meet you, YouTube.
The two would go on adventures around the world.
We're literally minutes away from starting the race.
We're about to travel across India.
And gaining millions of views on every video, it was clear the internet loved their content. This isn't just a YouTube video, this is filmmaking at its finest. But then Finn had to leave.
One day I remember he came into my room and he said, I've made a decision. I'm gonna quit the YouTube channel and I'm gonna move to America and go and study to be an architect. And I remember before Finn left, he said, either you stop this as well, or you kind of double down and go for it. All right, good luck. Just don't mess it up. Brilliant, thanks, babe.
Taking his brother's advice, Jack finally got serious.
He hired another office and got a bunch of friends in.
And this happened all in 2015?
And I started trying to do this thing on my own.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn
But this didn't go as well as he had hoped.
Finn has much more of a business brain than me. He is much more organized and tech savvy. Without him, I just didn't know how to carry it on.
Now alone, Jack's views began to fall to less than half of what they used to be. And that wasn't the worst thing he had to face.
To be really honest, I started to battle with depression. I don't think I knew it at the time, but...
Yeah, getting your views cut, that's gonna really demotivate you to make you more videos.
I was later diagnosed with clinical depression. I think the truth is, I just felt a complete sense of imposter syndrome.
Struggling with his mental health, Jack left social media altogether, deleting the official Jack's Gap Twitter and removing Jack's Gap branding from all platforms. But where this marked the end of Jack's Gap, Jack Harries wasn't done yet.
These trips were a real wake-up moment for me. They were the first time that I'd understood the human impact of climate change.
His travels while he was away from the spotlight reignited his passion for climate change.
Made me feel really angry to understand the injustice that is at the heart of the climate crisis, and also to understand that I'm completely complicit within that.
But Jack was determined not to remain complicit.
Ultimately, this led me to join what was then a small group of people in the UK who called themselves Extinction Rebellion.
On top of that, he founded Earthrise Studio to talk about the more overlooked parts of the climate change movement.
Too white, too middle class, and lacking in empathy. These are some of the biggest criticisms of climate activism in the UK over the last few years.
And not long after, he returned to his old channel as an environmentalist vlogger. Now, in contrast, comedy YouTuber Kev...
I ain't mad at that at all, bro. Like, you find something that you're passionate about and just do it, bro. Just don't let the views bother you.
Jumba would never return to YouTube, choosing his spiritual peace over chasing views.
I wanted to give you this gift set. It's a little pamphlet, but this contains our main introduction.
But before starting his spiritual journey, Kev Jumba would first gain attention with his videos on Asian stereotypes.
Not bad. Now I don't have to do you.
Quickly becoming YouTube's #1 subscribed comedian, Kev Jumba was
never #1 subscribed comedian. I never heard of this guy.
Such a legend of OG YouTube. As a child of Asian immigrants growing up, his vids were so darn relatable and a source of huge inspiration. Now, despite this massive support, 5 years later, the YouTuber would completely disappear. There were no new uploads and no explanation until 3 more years had passed when Kevin returned to the internet with his blog, monk.college. Having taken an interest in Buddhism, Kevin started living a completely different life from most people.
Lord Chaitanya is actually compared to like the moon. And so Lord Chaitanya wanted millions of moons. That means he wanted millions of preachers.
But the former YouTuber didn't just...
Honestly, that looks a little bit more interesting, to be honest, bro. Like, that kind of stuff interests me. Like, not Buddha specifically, but like different cultures and spiritual journeys and stuff. I love stuff like that.
Study Buddhism, he also preached it.
We can try to conceive of God with our material mind, but in essence, he's transcendental.
Most fans were happy for him, although anyone looking to follow his new journey was out of luck, as just months later, Kevin shut down monk.college, once again disappearing from the internet without explanation. Since then,
I mean, you can just get the explanation just from the fact that he's a Buddhist. He's probably realized he doesn't need that.
And Kevin has deleted both his main YouTube and his Jumba Fund channel, allowing his YouTube life to decline so his spiritual life could thrive.
I'm not mad at it. Damn, child slave. Jesus. I ain't mad at somebody. Stopping your YouTube channel out of choice is always the best option, bro. I'll never be mad at somebody for doing that. A lot of them YouTubers I didn't even watch, except popular MMOs. I used to watch him all the time. You gotta look that shit up. That was a wild ride, bro.